Well, hello, hello, hello. My name is Markiwi and welcome to my podcast. Today, I wanted to talk about um, something that's really personal to me, and a lot of people my age probably will find this either boring or disagree with me or just call this bullshit and won't even acknowledge it and say I'm forcing my religion down their throat and blah 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 blah. And even some of the older generation, because this is a very touchy-feely subject within society around the world, not just within America. But what I really want to talk about is spirituality. And I'm not talking about religion. Religion and spirituality are two different things. And what I believe in is something more of a higher being. And to me personally, I believe in God. Yes, I do. I believe that there is a greater being, greater than all of us, any living being in this universe or this galaxy or the fucking Milky Way. But I believe in God, but I also believe in science and evolution. So some people would say I'm a Scientologist. No, 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 no. That has nothing to do with what I believe in. I don't even believe Scientology. I think that's not my piece of cake. It may be to others, but not to me. What I just want to focus on and touch base on is for people my age. We have lost faith. Not in religion, just we have lost faith in believing in something greater than ourselves. We think as a human race we are the superior to all beings on this planet, which in some cases it's true on this planet. But in reality, within the galaxy and within this universe alone, we are not the superior beings. There had to be something greater than us to create the Big Bang, whether you believe in that or not. There had to be something to start it. There had to be something greater than just it happening. Some greater spiritual being had to make that possible to create the Big Bang, which created us. Now, some people are going to disagree. Some people are going to say that's bullshit. I just believe in God. I'm a Christian. Or some people are going to say science and facts all the way. But a lot of people forget that there can be a middle ground. You can be religious or a spiritualist and still believe in science. It's not impossible. It's possible. I believe in it. I believe in evolution, and we had to have evolved from something, because all this time that we have been on this earth, there is no physical way that we as human beings, or even the animals, have not evolved over time. But then again, you can't just say science created us because of this and that and blah blah blah. Something greater, a higher power of some sort, had to have created the Big Bang, had to have started those tiny little molecules to make it happen. And the reason why I'm talking about this is every day I go to work. I get up, I go to work, I work hard at what I do, I'm a team player, but then, like, sometimes they say you're not supposed to talk politics or religion or whatever bullshit at work because it's not appropriate. Well, fuck that. We do that anyways. And the thing is I've talked to a lot of people my age. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in science. They don't believe in anything. And I sit there, and I'm not one to argue, and I'm not one to shove my beliefs or what I believe in other people's faces and down their throats. No, I don't do that. I generally am curious, and I will sit there and just talk to them and be like, Okay, well, why don't you? What, do you not understand it? Do you just not believe in it? Are you someone that needs to see hard facts evidence? Are you someone that just doesn't give a shit in general and you're just saying, fuck it, I'm going to do what I do kind of thing? And a lot of the time, it's just they don't care. Or they weren't raised to believe in such things. Yet then I find people that are atheists and they were raised as Christians. Or I find people that are Christians or Catholics or Jewish, yet they were raised as atheists. It's so in reality, you don't have to be born into a family that believes in a religion or spirituality or science or whatever. It's the fact that you need to discover yourself and realize, what do you as an individual, not anyone influencing you from an outside source, but what do you as an individual by yourself, what do you believe in? So I'm asking you, what do you believe in? And if you believe in science, good for you. If you believe in God and you're Christian or you're Catholic or you're Jewish or you're Muslim, I don't care. Good for you. You believe in it. Then believe in it. If you're a spiritualist like me and just believe in a greater being and you believe in karma and you believe in the universe, good for you. Or if you're someone in the foreground, in the middle ground like me that believes a little bit of evolution in science, but I believe God created the Big Bang to start us and that there is a greater being out there besides us, then good for you. But if you don't believe in anything, can I just please ask you, why? It's just a curious question, and I'm not attacking you, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but can I just ask, why? Why don't you believe in anything? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your big toe? Do you believe in your brother or sister, your mother, your father, your baby cousins? Do you believe in them? If you need something physical to believe in, then believe in it. I'm not saying go out and worship Nicki Minaj. Oh God, no, please don't do that. But someone in a positive outlook in your life. Someone that influences you. Something that you truly believe in within your heart and soul. Just take a moment. If you don't know at this point in time in your life what you believe in, just take a moment one day and sit down. No distractions around you, and just sit there in quiet. Just for a couple seconds. It doesn't have to be that long. Just sit there in the quiet and reflect and ask yourself, why? Why don't I believe in anything? And if you don't get an answer, you don't get an answer then. Then go back later and try it again. But just sit there and reflect and ask yourself why. In this crazy world that we live in a world that's go, 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 go. I got bills to do. I gotta go to my job. I gotta make this certain amount of money. I gotta get a new computer. I gotta get this. I gotta go to a concert. I gotta. Over and over and over. I need. But in reality, we only need it to survive in this world. But you also need to realize what is good for you spiritually. We focus so much in this realm, the physical realm, that we want to see and feel things and touch things and be rich and famous because everyone's going to love you. Okay, cool. If that's your ultimate goal, cool. If you want to be rich and famous one day, go for it. But then ask yourself, what do I believe in? Where am I going after I die? Is there an afterlife? Is there God? Is there hell? Is there a purgatory? Will I just be a soul floating through space? Just ask yourself. We need to slow down as a human race and actually connect with one another again. This is where especially my generation is getting lost. We are so caught up with the world around us with money and bills and raising a family and trying to start a family and trying to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend or just going out to party with your friends, and you want extra money, or you gotta sell this because you need that, and blah 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 blah. Again, it just spirals into a ton of, really, to me, it's bullshit. It is. Sometimes we gotta back down as human beings and take a couple minutes out of our day and just sit there and breathe and reflect on the day and ask ourselves, okay, let's breathe. Just sit there and relax. Just for a little bit. We need to slow down. We need to reconnect with one another, and we need to start realizing where we stand spirituality wise, or religious wise, or with science, or whatever you personally believe in. You need to figure out what you believe in, because once you figure out what you believe in, it'll make this realm more possible and easier to flow through life until you hit your deathbed. Everyone's gonna die. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, everyone's gonna die. And I've had a lot of friends pass within the past couple of years, and I've sat there and reflected. Even though I knew from a very young age what I believed in, I would still sit there and reflect on when I had a friend pass or a loved one pass, and I would sit there, and of course I would grieve, but then I would sit there and reflect and ask myself, okay, where did they go? Did they go where I think they did? You know, I'm strong enough in my beliefs to believe that they went where I thought they were going, or I hope they went where they thought they were going. And I, personally, I will sit there and say a silent prayer for them and move on. With grieving with lost ones like that and loved ones, it's easier to grieve and accept it if you believe in something greater than yourself. Because then you can put all that tension and all that sadness and anger and just let it go. Because it was not in your control. It wasn't. It was not in your control to begin with. Give it on to something that you believe in. Like whether it's God or aliens and science or whatever you believe in, just reflect on it and give all your grief and sadness and even your happiness and thank the thing that you believe in, and just accept life for what it is. But don't get so caught up in this life, the physical life, that you forget about the spiritual life. Because we're all going to die one day. And wouldn't it be nice to know where you would be going after you die? Instead of just wishing on your deathbed that you would have believed in something, or at least tried to, and take your last breath and just leave and not know where the hell you're going. It would be easier for you to accept it and move on spiritually from this world to the next if you found something that you truly embraced and believed in. So please, especially people my generation, if you are listening, please just take a moment to sit and reflect and figure out what you believe in, what you hold true to your heart. And every time you get upset, just breathe and give it all to the being that you trust. I know this was very off topic for me, and I know this was very random, and I haven't updated in a while with my podcast. I'm sorry, but this was very personal to me, almost. And it was personal, but it wasn't. I felt like I needed to talk a little bit about this, since the world I have been noticing is falling away from where it should be. And I hope all that listen to this take my advice and embrace it and Just figure out where you want to be or where you're going in life. That's all I ask. And I love you all. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this. And I hope next time it's not as serious. And I'll try not to make it as serious and more lighthearted and happy. But at this point in time, that's what was on my mind and especially my heart. So I love you all. Mwah. And have a wonderful, wonderful day.